Okay, so I'm going to show you how to make a rose that looks just like this. And believe it or not, this actually doesn't take too much time. So what you're going to need is, for me, you could use a glue stick. I use double-sided tape. I find that works best for me. Some scissors. And then you are going to get the handouts that you purchased on Teachers Pay Teachers. So if you do not have these, I will definitely post that link below so you can grab them. So we're going to start off with this square, and we're going to make this into this. So it's the top of our rose. So first we're just going to cut it out. All right, now you're going to see these squares, and those are there as a guide so that you know where to place your tape or glue. But before you get to that, we're going to fold it diagonal. So you're going to do the front and back and all sides. And these lines are going to end up being important. Now you're going to open it and do it the opposite way as well. Now you're going to lay it flat, and wherever you see a square, you're going to put a little piece of glue or tape. So again, I like using double-sided tape. So I just take a very tiny piece and I stick it on that square. Sometimes I think when you practice with a craft, you start to figure out what works best for you. And I realized somewhat recently that double-sided tape is just what works pretty well for me. And that's it. So you don't even need that much tape. So if you can see, the pieces I used are pretty tiny. So now I'm going to cut on all 4 lines, and you're just going to cut to the end. Okay, so now it is time to assemble your rose, and this is where the folds come into play, because when you start to fold, you want the corner of your square to hit the folded line like this, right? Push down, and this is what works well for me. I push in, and I'll try to give you a close-up. And do you see how the corner goes to the folded line? And I press, and you start to see it start to fold. So then I'll go to the next one, push in, I'm holding onto my square with the tape, and again, you want this corner to fall onto the fold. There we go. Next one, push in, there we go, and then we have one more. It's already kind of going for me, actually. Push in, and there's the fold right there. Push in, and again, you want to hit that fold. So a couple tips if you look at when I did my roses. This is when I did earlier. So you'll see that it's just meeting that folded line. And what you want to do is you don't want to bring this over the fold. You'd want it to just touch so you have this nice little angle forming on top. So now you have the top of your rose, and we're going to make a stem now. So you're going to cut out one of the rectangles and start rolling. And you're going to see as you roll, the paper actually gets really thick. And this is not cardstock or anything. This is just regular, it's not construction paper. It's just colored printer paper. Start in the corner. And I like this part because there's no really science to it. Opposed to when I did the rose, it kind of took me couple tries to really get it the way I wanted. But I think like anything else, you start to get the feel for something and then you're like, all right, it works. So you can either have the little stem and you would cut the top and you could cut the bottom to make it even. Snip, snip, snip. Lay it flat, and this is where you would glue your stem on, okay? So now we're going to place that down for a moment just so we can add on a leaf. You're going to place the leaf however you'd like it. So I made it small at the bottom because the type of leaf that I would rather have is a twist at the bottom. So this is how it's going to go. I'm going to again place my double-sided tape right here, and then I can twist the leaf around the flower. Okay, I have the first one on, and then I'm just going to use a little bit more to really make sure that the leaf is attached to the whole flower, including the stem. And then you can really wrap it at this point as much as you want. I like doing just one quick wrap, and then if you place this little rose in some cellophane, it actually looks beautiful. So I'm going to do that just so you can get an idea of what this would look like. Is your paper rose. And again, this is just a really cute gift that your students can make for someone they care about, someone at home, a birthday gift, Mother's Day, any other holiday that is coming up, because it comes out so nice, and it's actually not too hard to make. And my favorite thing about it is that it doesn't take too much paper. It doesn't take a lot of steps. So I hope you have fun making your rose with your students.